Hi guys, I'm going to give you a quick tip that I just discovered. I know that many of you are like me and you like your house to smell good and you get some of these wax burner scents and use those, but they end up leaving this crust at the bottom of your burners. I happen to be using just a little glass mason jar for the one here, but I found a little trick that's going to get that off. So I happen to get some of these Downy Unstoppable trial packs, and I actually put them in one of my other wax burners, and I found that it cleaned it completely. So you can use the Gain ones. It's really a matter of what you want to smell. So any of the little fabric softener things like this, either Gain or the Unstoppables, whatever you want. So for this particular one, I am going to use the Gain one, because I used the Downy one. Oh, let's get this open. All right, so I got it open, and what I did is I poured enough of, I used the Gain one this time. I really like the way this one smells. But you can use any of these, whether it's the Downy Unstoppables, whether it's the Gain, any kind that you find. Store brand, doesn't matter, I don't care. So what you're going to do is you're going to pour it in your container up to where you see the gunk is. So it's covered right to that line, okay? All the way in there. And then what you're going to do is put it back on your burner. Let it sit. Let it just do its own thing. Set it and forget it. And if you can let it sit for overnight, that's even better. The more it sits in there, the more it's going to pull all that nasty gunk off of the sides and the bottom. As you can see, there's a lot on this one. I've been using it for quite a while. And then after it's done setting, I will be back and I will show you the after. All right, gang, so this has been sitting in here for about 24 hours. Remember, this is the Downy's Unstoppables. I just put a little bit in here, let it sit for about 24 hours. It had a bunch of gunk up around the edge. There's still some more up there along the edges and stuff like that, but that's only because I didn't fill it all the way up, but we can easily get that off there. So what I'm going to do is just take a couple of cotton balls. I always grab about 2 of them, and you're going to drop those in and let them sit for a few minutes. And basically what it's going to do, this is actually how I get the wax out of my melters. Anytime I have any kind of wax in there, you know, the regular ones, if you use Scentsy ones, it really doesn't matter. That way it prevents you from dumping it out, getting it all over the side, making a big mess with it, because as you can see, the cotton balls grab all of that mess, and I don't want to squeeze it too much because it's still picking that up and it's absorbing all of that. So this is the one here in my home office. I have the other one in my kitchen. I'm going to hop over there and let you guys see that one. All right, so here's the one that is in my kitchen. And if you guys remember from the initial video, I have some dried stuff here on the side. I have a little scraper that I use just to scrape that down. But if you remember, I'm going to move some of this around. When I initially started this for you guys, you can see all that ick at the bottom. But when I initially started this yesterday, I'm going to just scoot that over here. It was all caked on the side. Sorry, that's my dog. But now you can see those. This is the one that I used the Gain tablets in. Maggie, stop. The Gain tablets in, and it's all moving around because I left it in there for a good day or so. So with this one, I'm actually going to just pour this one out instead of using the cotton balls. So hang on one second. Let's dump that out. All right, so I've pretty much dumped it all out, and it looks like there's some more on the bottom there that didn't come out. So what I'm going to do is put it back on the burner for a second. Grab the paper towel. I'm going to use a paper towel on this one. Just give it a few more seconds to kind of warm up for me there. I'm going to move this over here so I can turn my camera around. And hopefully you guys will be able to see as I do this. I'm just going to grab my paper towel. And again, remember, please be careful. This is pretty hot. And I'm just going to wipe out that excess at the bottom. And literally, you don't have to put a whole lot of elbow grease into this because it just comes right out. And this, like I said, it was something that I found to work completely by accident. I just thought, oh, it would be cool to put some of these fabric softener beads in because they smell so good. And it's kind of dried up on me. But as you can see, I mean, there's some dried parts here that I can just easily scrape away. Let me get my little scraper because it's already started to harden up. And just break those up. There we go. Ta-da! And there's little itty bits down here. And again, it's because it dries pretty quick, so you have to work fast. But as you can see, it just literally pulls it all off. And just kind of wipe it out. Boom. Just little dry pieces, but all of that caked on stuff that was at the bottom is not there any longer. So that's a big plus. Let's go back and check the one in my office with the cotton balls. Right, so the one here in my office that I put the cotton balls in, as you can see, it's soaked up almost all of that liquid. You just pick up the cotton balls and they're pretty heavy with all that liquid in them. Wipe it around a little bit. Look at all that. And these little bits that are left, I brought paper towel in here with me also. Again, remember, these are warm, hot. Just be careful to the touch. And you basically just get in here and you wipe that extra away. And again, up on the sides, I didn't have enough of the tablets poured in here for it to get all the way up there, but pretty much anywhere the tablets touch, it will break up all of that gunk and nastiness. So if you have some on the paper towel, wipe it away. Let's turn it around a little bit and see if we can wipe some off of that side. And oh, look at that. No more gunky on the bottom. So remember, you can use either the Downy Unstoppables. Gain has tablets. I'm sure there's some type of store brand that's out there as well. Whatever you find that's equivalent to that, just pop them in there, leave them for a good 24 hours, just drop them in, and they'll help your house smell nice and fresh, and it's cleaning it at the same time. So that's my little tip that I came across while making my house smell good and cleaning up.